formally and officially with the first induction lecture series by our industry expert. And I will not forget to thank my student council. Today's entire program has been organized and has been backstaged and looked by entire credit of student council and Dr. Rani Tyagi and all the faculty who have suggested these guest speakers to us. So thanking each and everyone who has made contribution to this lecture. I would appreciate if students keep their cameras on because we want to see our students smiling on camera because we want to know the best have come into HR and are getting best from HR. So wishing you all the best. I will keep interacting with you for these sessions. So over to Ansha again to take these sessions further. All the best and welcome from the bottom of our heart to HR College of Commerce and Economics. And from here on, your journey to becoming a brand leader starts. So mark the date, which is 21st of July, 2024, 2023. You are the brand ambassador and brand leader in the making for next 3 years that you're with us. So wishing you all the best and welcoming again to each and everyone sitting here. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your ever motivating words of wisdom. I'm sure that this would act as a precious piece of advice for our first years. Moving on, we would like Dr. Shweta Singh, Assistant Professor and BFM Course Coordinator at HR College, to please come forward and welcome our guest speaker for the day, Dr. Sheba Singh.
Thank you, Neha. Good morning to each and everyone. I take this opportunity to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Sheba Singh, who is Mumbai's leading mental wealth professional. She is the founder of director of Talkspace, a mental health studio at Powai, Mumbai. Talkspace has psychologists and cognitive behavioral therapists who undertake group and individual therapies to their corporate and individual clients. To mention some achievements of Dr. Singh, she has been awarded Most Prominent Leader in Mental Health 2022 by World Mental Health Congress, Member Advisory Council of World Health and Wellness Congress and Awards 2023, Lead Public Speaker and Thought Leader. She has been interviewed on various TV channels, recipient of WOW Outstanding Psychologist Award 2021. Dr. Singh has been quoted and featured in Indian newspapers, most prominently in the Mint launch. She appears in the SOS talk show on Spotify. Dr. Sheba has addressed students of leading schools and colleges of various cities and have guided them on being great leaders and also dealt with their issues. Dear students, as our principal just now mentioned, we are starting a very new journey today onwards. So Dr. Sheba Singh is here to address us on a very interesting topic, transition to college life. I wish all the students very best, and over to Sheba ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Ansha, Sheba ma'am is the co-host, no? Just check.
Yes, ma'am. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, she's it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shweta, for the huge introduction. I would like to add one more thing. I've always taught in a college or a university throughout my life for almost 20 years. So I'm very much connected with students, always. And I complete my passion of teaching when I take interns in my mental health studio, and I teach them over there. So yeah, I am into full-time consulting now and counseling at my studio. So welcome all of you, and many congratulations to be a part of the most reputed college of India, most reputed commerce college, I should say, of India. It's very nice to connect with you all, and thank you so much, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani, for having me here, and thank you so much, Shweta, for introducing me to the students here. So we'll talk about very interesting topic, which is transition from school to college. So college life, how excited are you? Definitely, I know you would be excited. So if you all allow, I can start with my presentation. Neha, am I the co-host? Can I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I hope you all can see this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so like I said, that we'll be talking about new college life where you're entering just now. And I'm sure you all are excited, but you all must have some apprehensions also, right? So we are trying to talk about excitement, attractions, and apprehensions also, and we'll also talk about how to remove those apprehensions and what to do to help yourself and feel great about in the college and to take the most out of the college life. Okay. Yeah. So yes, like I said, excitement and fear. Sorry. Neha, I'm blocked. I don't know why I'm not able to move from here.
Ma'am, we can hear you.
No, but my PPT is not moving. I don't know why.
Ma'am, maybe you can stop share and then reshare again.
Yes, ma'am.
It happens sometimes.
Okay. Okay. So I think this admission which is coming over here is making it difficult. Let me see.
Is your presentation not okay?
Presentation is not moving. Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, you may try screen sharing again.
Yes. So it is moving now. Can you see me? Can you see the presentation?
No, ma'am.
Oh. Just give me 1 second. Huh?
Sure, ma'am. Till then, I would just like to make an announcement. Whatever questions you all have regarding the session, please put it in the chat box. At the end, we'll read each of your questions and ask ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Yeah. So like we were talking about excitement and fear. So I thought this would be a great picture to show where you're excited as well as you're very apprehensive, very fearful when you are on this ride. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, 1 second. 1 second. Yes. So can you see this? So what is exciting? What's exciting? The new curriculum, the new friendship. The most exciting thing is jumping from school to college. That's the most exciting. You've grown up, you're almost 17, 18 now, and you have a different life now. You're going to be an adult, and you are jumping from school to college. So shift from school to college, and then new curriculum. You have a new curriculum now. Earlier you were in school, your teachers were teaching in a different style. Now it would be a different style, new topics, new goals, new curriculum, as in very specific curriculum which you like. That's why you've chosen this course, right? So there would be new curriculum, there would be new surroundings. So because you have shifted from school to college, so your campus has changed, your friends have changed. You would see different faces. You would have different teachers. Okay, you would have new friendships, and you will have independence. Now, independence. Why I show this picture? This is doesn't it look weird? So independence doesn't mean freedom and do whatever you want to. There is so much attached with independence, right? We'll talk about that. So all these things are exciting, as well as we fear from these things, or we have apprehensions regarding all these things. So we'll be talking in length about all these topics. Okay. So let's go on to the academics. Now, I'm not talking about academics. This is what we will be expecting. You will also be expecting the same from yourself when you enter a new academic institution, right? So that's your expectation. Is this what will happen? Yeah. So there would be so many things to do. So that this doesn't become the reality and expectation becomes the reality, we'll find out how we can do that. Okay. Yes. So we can plan. Expectation is that I would do my homework and I would read whatever is taught in the class. I'll party, I'll catch up with some sleep, I'll clean my room, I will have a leisure reading, but then you aimlessly do something. So this is just an example. Browse on the internet is just an example. You may do something which you have not planned to do, you know. So to make the expectation the reality, we'll discuss about that. Yeah. Yeah. So what are the academic challenges? Now, I'm not trying to create any fear in you now, and it is not true that all of you would have these challenges, but some of you may have, and that's why we are talking about these difficulties, right? So if you have these difficulties, we will understand and we will discuss about how to overcome that also. So this is not to scare you in any way, but to keep this in your mind that we can do something about it, and that's not the end of the world. Okay. So the difficulty level that increases, the difficulty level, whatever you were doing till your 12th grade, and now whatever you would be doing, the difficulty will increase because you'll be reading something specific and also interesting because you have chosen this course. Okay. So the difficulty level increases, that becomes a challenge sometimes. So we don't understand how to do it, from where do we get help, or would somebody help me? Would if I go to someone, would they tell me how to do a specific thing? You know? So the difficulty level increases, that becomes a challenge sometimes. The independent learning. Now, when you were in school, the teachers were telling you, teaching you everything. It's kind of a spoon feeding sometimes, you know. Not always, but then yes, sometimes teachers teach you, they give you notes, they tell you books, or there are some specific books which you have to read, and the exams are from that book only, and you read that book, and that's sufficient for you, right? Now, here in college, the teaching style would be different. The topics would be different, and you will have to read on your own. You may have to figure out on your own the answers of those questions. You'll have to go to the library. You'll have to find out your answers from different books, maybe three, four books. You'll have to refer to all the reference books also, which the teacher. So there is no specific prescribed book where you have to read that only and that's it. You know, so there would be independent learning. So that can be a challenge as well as a good thing also for you. You know, so because you'll be reading so much and will gain knowledge out of those books. So independent learning. Then you have distractions also. Now, this is one distraction I'm talking about. There would be many. Now, because you are entering into a different phase of life and you are going to be an adult, so you have so many distractions. Like phone is just one. So not only your age people, but all ages are involved in phone and Instagram and social media, and so many businesses are going on the social media, you know. So there are distractions that can be a challenge sometimes. So I am not saying that you don't enjoy, you don't go party, you don't indulge into social media, you don't go with friends. I'm not saying that at all. So we'll be talking about that. But then this can become a challenge sometimes. Okay. Yeah. So there are some social and cultural challenges also. So many of you would be from Mumbai only or from Maharashtra and would be staying at your own places with your parents. And so many of you would be joining from different places in India and would be staying in the hostel. You know, you may be joining from different parts of India where the culture is not the same, where the social rules are not the same, you know. So some differences. So that becomes an excitement and attraction also, but they may also become challenges, you know. So the first one is independence, less restrictions if parents are not around, or less restrictions in the terms of when you are transitioning from school to college, you know, there are less restrictions. In school, you had a particular uniform. Now you can wear anything. So less restrictions. You can skip classes. That becomes a challenge sometimes because there is a lot of independence. Now, independence can be both a good thing and a not so good also. You know, so we'll have to figure out what do we want. Then again is loneliness and homesickness for some who have joined from their own places and staying alone over here. So they may feel lonely, they may feel excited also because they have come to a new place and they want to go out, have more friends, and feel the independence and feel the openness, you know. But they can also feel lonely sometimes. They would miss family, they would miss their siblings, parents, you know. That can be a challenge. Now, there would be a new campus, you know. Obviously, you're coming from outside, and even if you're staying here with parents, this would be a new campus, you know. Okay. So, new teachers. So now sometimes new students are very skeptical about approaching the teachers because they don't know how they would react. Would they help? Would they not help? Would they talk to them? Or what kind of say restriction it would be? Earlier in school, you've been in school, in the same school, most of you, in the same school for such a long time, so you would be pally with your teachers, you know. But here the teachers are new. You'll have to make a rapport, establish rapport with them, um, and in the meantime, say in some time, you would be pally with them. You would feel comfortable with them. New friendship, again, some challenge because not everybody is coming from the same place. Yes, there would be some groups where students are coming from the same school, but then not many would come from the same school, and you will have to develop new friendships. So that can be a challenge sometimes. And the new culture for some who would be coming from different parts of India. So people coming from north or east or south may find the culture to be different. So whatever when I talk about culture, it is about clothing, it's about food, it's about language, it's about talking to each other, how restricted are you? So you were eating something which you would not find over here, but then you may uh, you may be interested in checking out different types of food over here. So the local food, right? But that can also become a challenge. Yes, very, very important topic. That is your goal. What are your goals? Why have you come to HR College, Mumbai? What are your goals? Are you clear about your goals? Do you know what you have to do when you pass out from here? What do you want to do after this? What are your types of goals? Okay. So some students who have entered this college would have very thought through goals, very clear goals, that I pass out in 3 years from here and then I go to this so and so place and then so and so place and then the goal is achieved, So they are very, very clear. Maybe they have spent some time, they have gone to career counselors, or they have figured out on their own what they have to do. They have consulted their parents, they have consulted their near and dear ones, they have found out their interests. And after that process, they have come to a conclusion that I want to I want to see myself like this after 3 years or after 5 years. So those people have very, very clear goals in their mind. Exploring specific goals. So sometimes people have broader goals, but they don't have specific goals. So the broader goal may be, for example, that I want to do something in commerce, right? But what in commerce? They're still exploring, right? So there must be some students over here who are still exploring. They have a broader goal. That's why they have come to a commerce college, but then still have to explore what do they want to do. Still exploring goals. So these are some people who have not decided about a goal. So they have entered a field because parents said this is a good field, this is a good college. Definitely, you must have achieved good marks. You must have attained good marks in 12th grade. That's why you're here. This is such a prestigious. Somewhere. Yeah. This is a very reputed college, like I was saying, and you must have achieved well in your 12th grade, and that's why you could enter this college, But that's okay that you're still exploring your goals. You're not decided. you've not understood, or you've not read much, or you've not seen much, or you've not experienced much. And that's why you're still exploring your goals. Okay, you're still undecided. Yes, now redefining goals. Um, Even if you have a goal in your mind, like this is a thought through goal, you've decided that you want to become this, these are your 3 years that will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And after 5 years, you see yourself somewhere. But while studying, you find or you redefine your goal. Maybe what you had thought on the basis of some reading, on the basis of some experience of your parents and your near and dear ones, or some professionals, you decided on some goal. But then still, when you're studying, you find something more interesting than that. And you are more interested in that, you know? So you start redefining your goal, which is okay, you know? So these are 4 types of people uh, who think like this regarding goals. Now, I would like to say one very important thing is um, that the goals have to be realistic. You don't have to go overboard to find out your goal. Okay, it has to depend on your interest. It has to depend on your personality. It has to depend on your aptitude. You know, so if your personality, suppose you're going in marketing, but you're not interested in talking much, you know. Now, I'm not talking about digital marketing. I'm talking about the pure typical marketing. So if you're not interested in talking, how would you do marketing? So no sales, no marketing is possible without that kind of personality where people talk very much. You know, they have so much stuff to talk about. Okay. Yes. So we go ahead then. I don't want to stress you with all these challenges. If you are feeling, if you identify with any of these, with any of the challenges which we have spoken about, let's see how we can overcome them. What can we do about it? You know, so changing challenges into attraction. How do we change these challenges? Okay? So let's talk about overcoming social challenges first. College. So the first place where you have come here, the first solution is your college. You know, whatever challenges come from college, the college itself will help you. You know, you just have to find out how can it help you. So you help yourself and the college will help you. Personal growth. It gives you personal growth. When we talk about independence, you start doing your things on your own. You're not dependent on your parents. You're not dependent on any other person. Say your older siblings sometimes help you at home, but here, because you are doing everything on your own, you're helping yourself with eating. You're helping yourself with laundry. You are helping yourself with your own academics. You know, it helps you grow personally. So these are all life skills. If you don't know how to cook, whether it's a boy or a girl, I think you're lacking a skill, a life skill. So you all need to know how to cook or how to do your laundry, you know. So that helps you grow personally. That helps you make you independent, you know. Then there is academic growth, and it all comes from college. Academic growth, you are independently uh, reading on your own, going to the library, referring to different books, uh, doing your own assignments on your own. because teachers would guide you, definitely. You have wonderful teachers, believe me. And they would guide you, definitely, but then they would not spoon feed you. In colleges, teachers don't spoon feed. They would not dictate you any answers. You will have to find out yourself, you know, and that will help you grow academically, right? You have different resources in college. You have a library. There are so many books in that. The teachers are always available for help. Seniors are available for help. Your own classmates would help you, you know. So that's how you would grow academically. Then there is social growth. Social growth means that there are so many students coming from different parts of India. You may grow socially. There is so much chance to network with each other. So the more you talk to each other, know about their culture, know about them, know about their academic journey, their personal journey, their social journey, and then you network with people. That's how you will grow socially. And college will give you an opportunity for that. So you have library, you have teachers for all types of growth, say personal growth, whether it's personal, academic, or social. Believe me, teachers will help you a lot. Whether it's any kind of growth. You get a lot of leadership opportunities in college. So leadership opportunities mean that you must have many groups, many clubs in your college, and you can contribute in those clubs, and you can make your own team. You can start your own thing also. So you can have your own team, and you can lead them for any social cause, any academic cause, any type of say academic or social growth or goals, right? So that means that it's an overall personality development when you enter a college. You know, you start knowing about yourself, you start knowing about others around you, and that's how you network, and that's a sign of growing up. Okay. Yeah. So that was college, which can help you. Now, uh, explore. रास्ता खो जाओगे तो शहर देखा जाएगा. Go out and look at the city, your college, explore your college, explore your city, explore your friends, explore teachers, explore library, explore different groups in the college. There is so much to explore, just go out. Don't sit at one place. Nothing will come on its own to you. You will have to go find out. You will have to go explore more. You'll have to go and have fun also. Okay, that's very, very important. Don't forget about this point. So I spoke about the college. When you are inside the college, you have to explore so many things, and the college will give you so many things. Now, on your own, you have to go out also, out of the college also, and explore so many things because you are growing up. Okay. New friendships. Now, how would you develop new friendships? Because you are in a new place, and there are new people around you. There are new teachers around you, new classmates, new seniors, new campus, new people, new hostel. In hostel also, you would have new people. So there are different groups. In college, you would have one group. In hostel, you would have another group. Or that may be overlapping also. Now, how would you develop friendships? Literary club. I'm sure your student council will help you understand those clubs in your college. So there would be literary clubs, I'm sure. Yeah, Neha,
Yes, ma'am.
am I right? Yeah. So you would have literary clubs and you would participate in debate competitions or essay writing competitions or so many other things like that, you know. Or you may have some discussions also sometimes. You would arrange some programs which are literary in nature. Okay. And when you have these kind of clubs, you develop more friendships because there are uh, some noise from somewhere. Okay. So you would arrange some programs also which are literary in nature, and that's how you develop some more friendships. So your active participation would help you as well as others. So be a part of some club. There must be some cultural clubs also, you know. There must be some other clubs also which will take care of your physical and mental health, you know. So you can be a part of these clubs depending on your interest. And that's how you would be actively participating in college activities. Plus, you would develop some friendships also, you know, because you're all like-minded. So if you are a part of the cultural club, so many people who are a part of that club would have common interests, you know, and there are more chances that you would find people who can be your friends, right? So participate in college, and that's how you would develop new friendships. Yeah. So overcoming academic challenges. I'm sure you would have your own ways to overcome academic challenges, and most of you would not have any academic challenges. But because this is a change, this is a big change from school to college. So some things you would not be, say, very comfortable with because you've been in school and there were different rules and here there are different rules. So some academic challenges. Now, how to overcome? So there are, like we have already spoken about this. So you have teachers, you have mentors in college, and you can always go back to them and ask them whatever your difficulties are, and they will definitely help you. Your fellow students. So sometimes you're not able to attend a lecture or you're not able to understand a concept, your fellow students would help you. So if somebody has understood the lecture, he or she can, I have seen myself, fellow students taking online, say, sitting with friends online and teaching them a topic, you know. So very, very helpful fellow students. Seniors, definitely, seniors would help you or make you understand some topics which are difficult. Library is a great resource. You can always go read on your own, take help from others. If you're sitting in the library, even if after reading you've not understood something, you can always go back to your teachers, students, and seniors. Keeping calm. That's the most important thing. So if you become anxious, if you become anxious by looking at some topics which you're not able to understand, don't get disheartened. Keep your calm. And I'll explain you this particular topic a little more because that concerns me, you know. So and it concerns our new generation. I don't want them to be anxious, and I personally say it's not only me but all of us or all mental health professionals would not want anybody to feel anxious. And because of that anxiety, they don't want them to suffer. suffer not only personally but academically or say throughout life. People don't understand, people don't identify anxiety in them, and they suffer a lot. So we really don't want to do that, and that's why we are here to create awareness about the thing. So keeping calm is very, very important in life. Do whatever, but keep your calm. Daily scheduling. You must have heard it a lot many times. So many people would have told you, make a timetable and stick it somewhere, which is just useless sometimes. Because you make a month timetable and it doesn't work. You know, we'll talk in length about daily scheduling. How can you be stress free? Well, so there are some self-help techniques. You know, you can help yourself if not possible, or if you've tried everything, then I'll tell you what to do. So these are self-help techniques. Don't ignore stress. That's number one thing. Don't ever ignore your anxiety. Don't ever ignore your stress, because it will not go off on its own. You know, it will. So many people think that this is just a phase and it will be okay in some time. It doesn't. It will increase. You know, so when it increases, when it becomes chronic, it's difficult to treat. But when you just start experiencing some stress, or you just start experiencing some anxiety, so what are the signs that you are stressful or you are anxious? Well, the first sign is that you lose sleep or appetite, or both. Okay, either you lose sleep appetite, or sleep appetite and appetite becomes say too high. It's an increase in sleep and appetite. So you keep on sleeping for so long, and you keep on eating so much. That's the first alarm. So if you see any change in your sleep and appetite, you have to say, first of all, you have to identify yourself, what's happening, you know. And if you think that there is something wrong, or there are some anxiousness also, or some other anxiety symptoms also, or you're worrying about so many things, or you're fearful about so many things, then you may do all these things which I'm going to tell you now. Keep breathing, first of all. So what happens in anxiety? People stop breathing. You know, people stop breathing, as when you're anxious. Just understand. Just think, when you're thinking about something, when you're intensely thinking about something, what happens? Either you stop breathing, so there are long breaths, or they are very short breaths. So you hypoventilate or you hyperventilate, right? So my suggestion is you keep breathing normally. And that's why when somebody is anxious, we always say, let's take deep breaths. So taking deep breaths regulates your breathing. Okay. And that's why we say it. Now, I always say keep breathing when you are in a situation which is stressful or you're anxious. Okay. Move your body. Moving your body helps a lot. This is scientifically proven. This is, so many people must have told you that you go for a walk, or you go to play, or you do something where you move your body. You know? So there is a science behind it. There are some happy hormones which are released when you move your body. Okay. So moving your body, how can you do that? You can go simply for a walk, and that has to be a brisk walk. Okay. If so many times people have an excuse, okay, if I go for a badminton game, I need a partner. Okay. If I go for tennis, I need a partner. Yes, you need a partner or you need a team if you go out to play, but there are some solo activities also. So, for example, solo activity may be just going for a brisk walk or going for swimming, cycling, okay, jumping or skipping. These are all solo activities. You can do any of these that will move your body. Okay, so choose the way in which you want to move your body. Okay, relaxation exercises. So there are many relaxation exercises. Whichever you like, you may do that. So there is yoga also, which you can do. I don't know how many of you are interested in yoga, but even if you're not interested in yoga, so all these difficulties, so we all experience some kind of stress sometime or the other. And these are all regular things which we all need to do so that there doesn't appear any stress only, you know. So there are some relaxation exercises. You search on the web and you would find some. You may practice it every day. Listen to music. Say, flute or piano have been scientifically proven to be the most relaxing instruments or most relaxing music. So if you're interested in Indian music, you may listen to flute. If you're interested in Western music, you may listen to piano. So both are good, very relaxing music. And I would focus on instrumental music rather than lyrical music because lyrics also create a lot of stress sometimes. It has an impact. If not stress, then it has an impact. So we don't need to have that kind of an impact. So that's why I always recommend instrumental music. Okay. Schedule your day again. Now I'm focusing on scheduling your day and not a week or 3 days or a month. So it has to be one day, right? So how to schedule your day effectively? So we all schedule our day. Sometimes we have 3, 4, 5 activities and we write down in a diary and we say, I have to complete these 5 tasks in a day today, right? Now, you write what you have to do, but you have not written when you have to do. You know, so the day starts and you say, okay, these 5 things, okay, I'll be able to do throughout the day. It's a long day, you know? But then the day ends and there are 3 more tasks to be done still, right? So out of these 5, you could only do 2. That's a difficulty, you know. How can you effectively schedule your day so that all things, whatever you do, are all done, you know? Okay, let's see. First thing is write down your schedule every day. So before sleeping at night, just write down your schedule for the next day. Because if you start doing it the next day in the morning, half the day will be gone in writing the schedule. Okay. So you'll be wasting that one half of the day. So write down your schedule every day or maybe every night for the next day. Right? Writing down is very important. That's why I've stressed on writing down. Okay. Make it time wise. So when I say what you have written, but you have not written when. So when you write down when, it has to be time wise. So from 9 to 10, I have to do this particular thing. Or 9 to 9:30, I need to have my breakfast. And always, when you, this is another tip which I'm going to give you. When you make a time-wise schedule, you also have to give some buffer time, some margin, you know. So when I'm talking about margin, why would I say that? You know, if I say 9 to 10, I have to do this, 10 to 11, I have to do that. Now 9 to 10, if you think that this particular job will be over in 1 hour, it may take 10 to 15 minutes more. sometimes. Yeah. So this is not a time test. So if you're doing one chapter and you think you'll be able to finish that chapter in 1 hour, it may take 10 to 15 minutes more, right? So keep it as a buffer. You may complete it in 50 minutes also. You may complete it in 1 hour also. You may complete it in 1 hour, 10 minutes also, right? But if there is a buffer, you are not stressed on completing it in 1 hour. Now here, there is one more point which I want to consider. That is, only include things which are doable. You know, don't be very adventurous about doing things in one day. So if you are able to complete only 4 tasks in a day, please keep 4 tasks only in a day. Please put it in the schedule like that. Okay. Don't stress. Otherwise, you'll not be able to complete any one, and the schedule would not be that effective, right? So coming back to time wise, there has to be a buffer time also. Yeah. Have realistic goals, like I just said, have doable goals. Don't say, I will complete this, I will manage, I will sleep till late, or say, wake up till late, and I will complete it today. Now, if you have scheduled 5 tasks in a day, and if you are able to complete only 3, don't say that I will take these 2 in the next day. So if you're not able to complete today 5 tasks, how will you be able to complete 7 tomorrow? That's tough, right? So your benchmark is 3 tasks a day. So keep it realistic, right? Whatever you can do, and you can do effectively. Now, this is very important in scheduling. Include productivity. Now, you go to college, you go back home, or you go back to the library and read on your own. All this is productivity. So suppose 6 hours you are in college and 3 more hours you study on your own. That is your productivity, right? So include productivity. That takes around 70 to 75% of our day, right? So include that. Include leisure. A very important point. Include leisure. Leisure means do things which you like to do, which you enjoy doing, right? That can also include, reading a book, or lying down watching some movie, or watching some TV, or talking to your friends, or just taking a short nap, say 15, 20 minutes, half an hour nap. That is leisure for you. Or going, say, watering your plants. That is maybe leisure for you. Whatever you like. So you like going in the kitchen and making something for yourself or for others. That may be a leisure for you. Okay. So identify your leisure activities and indulge in leisure. So now in leisure would be say 10 to 15% of your day, because 70 to 75% of the day is consumed in productivity. And we don't have to, what happens, why I'm saying all these numbers, because so many people, if you sit on your, or say, watch something on your phone, or you are active on Instagram, then you are on and on and on. So you don't understand whether this is 15% of the day or 50% of the day, So that's why schedule. Leisure is only 15% of the day, right? Exercise. Exercise is 10% of the day. So 1 to 1.5 hours of exercise in a day is sufficient, but it has to be an active exercise, right? So productivity, leisure, and exercise. We don't forget productivity, but we forget leisure and exercise. And I don't want you to be focused focusing on productivity only all the time. You also have to indulge in leisure and exercise. That's why your productivity will become productivity. Okay? Yes. And this is an important note. If you still feel uncomfortable, see a mental health professional. You would have a college counselor. You may go for help to the college counselor. You can go to a psychologist. You can go to a psychiatrist. So the process is that if the college counselor refers you to a psychologist, then you can go visit a psychologist, and a psychologist would refer you to a psychiatrist for medication if there is a need. If there is no need, then therapy enough is important. Therapy alone is important and enough also, right? So psychiatrist would help you with medication. Where if it's an emergency condition, then a psychiatrist is needed at the first place. But if it's a mild difficulty, some adjustment issues, then you can go to a college counselor or you can go to a psychologist, right? Yes, so that's it for today. I hope that made some sense to you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. That addressed a lot of issues that students struggle with. So we have a few questions for you from the students here. So the first one is, you mentioned that people go into college lives with certain goals, but there are times when they happen to change their goals midway. And so how to be okay with that? As in, there is a lot of investment that goes into certain goals. So yeah.
Okay, what kind of investment are you talking about?
Monetary investment or even time, like you invest a lot of time into certain goals, and how to be okay with that then when you want to change your goals.
So yeah, so you must be aware of the next goal which you are choosing now. So earlier, if you have invested in something, say nothing goes waste. So if you have studied something regarding that, or you've invested something, it doesn't go waste at all. If you've read something or you've prepared for something, it's all okay. It would be used somewhere or the other, you know. But if you are interested in something else now, and that interests you more, I think people who get into jobs which they actually like or they're interested in, they do better than others. Because when your hobby becomes your job, it becomes very interesting, But otherwise, if you all have seen Three Idiots, right? Have you watched that movie? Yeah. So it is kind of realistic. People, when they enjoy their job, then there are no Monday blues then. So otherwise, people are very tense going to the office every Monday after Sunday. It's so difficult to go to the office, and it becomes difficult to go to school or college also if you're not enjoying. But if you look forward that you were here at home on a Sunday, and now it's Monday and I'm going to go to my college, meet my friends, attend lectures and gain some knowledge. If you look forward to that, there are no Monday blues, right? So nothing goes waste. That's okay. Even if you have changed your goals, it's fine.
Yeah. So, ma'am, adding on to the question that Neha asked, like even we are Gen Zs, what I feel is that sometimes when we change our goals, don't you feel we lack our focus at certain points, as in where do we see ourselves in the future or in the next 10 years? And I see that being myself a Gen Z, I see this is a very common problem even with my friends and with my college mates that I see. So, ma'am, I just want to know why do we feel this in a certain way? Like, why do majority of us feel the same way? Like, why do we feel sometimes we are lacking a lot of focus? So please, if you could just elaborate this.
Yeah. So earlier you must have focused on something, that's why you chose a goal that you want to become something after 3 years or 5 years, right? Now you had done some research when you decided on something. Now, and that research that was a secondary research. Somebody was interested in that, and that's why you understood that you also want to do the same, right? Now you are in the field, you are studying it yourself, and you are experiencing or learning or gaining some more knowledge about specific subjects, right? And that's your first-hand experience. That's your first-hand information. So this is a better choice where you know what you're doing, where nobody is instructing you to do anything, Now, having said that, I'm not denying the fact that you don't get any guidance from anybody. Definitely you can take guidance from your parents, from your teachers, from your seniors, because they are also experienced. But now that you're studying, now the theory part, and if you're not interested in that, the theory and practical are very, very different. So if you are trying to find a goal, if suppose you want to become a CA, go and see what the CA is doing. So it's not only the theory which you have to do, go and see what he's doing. I know somebody who attempted IS exam, the mains, and I think there are 2 papers. I don't remember now. 3 to 4 papers, I think. So there were 4 papers, and he attempted 3. And after that, he went to an IS officer office and saw what he was doing. And he said, I don't want to become an IS. And he dropped the 4th one. So you have to go and see. And I'm talking about my dad. He didn't attempt the 4th paper. So he was not interested in signing the files all the time. But the theory was something else. So that's what when you are not clear about a goal, it's a very big plus that you understood your goal before you joined your college. But that was on the basis of, that was, like I said, secondary information, basis on what your parents say, what your elders say, or your teachers say at that time. But you have not studied commerce at that time. You are not aware about different types of subjects which you have to study, So you don't know your interest, right? So it depends on your goals, your goal depends on your aptitude, your personality, and your interest. So even if you go to a career counselor, just ask him to do these 3 tests at least, right? So that you are also aware, and the decision is, if it's on the basis of these 3 tests, is the best, right?
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. And we have this one last question from Sayam in the chat box. He says, ma'am, is it okay to be tensed about our goal and process to reach it? Is it a bad sign?
Sorry, Ansha, I couldn't hear you. There was
Yes,
some lag.
I'll repeat it once again, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is it okay to be tensed about our goal and the process to reach it, or is it a bad sign?
So there is a eustress and distress. So when you're getting married or you're going to attend a marriage, you are stressed, are you? Yeah. क्या पहनना है, क्या करना है, that's a stress, but that's a good stress. So we call it a eustress. But if you're irritated, you're angry because you have to attend a wedding, that's de-stress. So if you're enjoying the process, then it is eustress. So some stress is important. You can't sit back casually and say, हाँ हो जाएगा कुछ भी. It will not happen on its own. You have to be active. So some stress is important. And you see that you are enjoying the process, then it's fine. But if you are becoming anxious, there are sleepless nights, you're not eating, or you're eating too much, you're not enjoying your life, then it's a difficulty. You know? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And
So, yeah, we also have one more question which says,
Mhm.
sometimes the peer pressure impacts us. How to handle this?
Yeah, very important. Very important. So peer pressure with regards to what? If you can specify.
Vansh, if you could specify in the chat box. Regarding performance and marks.
So you mean competition. Yeah. So yes, there is peer pressure, but understand that all of us are different individuals. If one is good at accounts, the other one is good at English. If one is good at subject A, another is good at B. So pressure, it's on you if you want to take that pressure. Or if it motivates you, then it's very good. So it is your perception. If you're taking it as a motivation and you study harder for it, and if you have that competitive spirit, very good. No problem in that. But that should not hamper your performance. So if you become anxious because of the peer pressure, or if you become anxious because somebody is expecting these many marks from you, then it's difficult for you. You will not be able to attain those many marks also, which you can. So your performance can be hampered if you become anxious because of peer pressure. But if it is motivation for you, if it enhances your competitive spirit, then it's very good. Right? Okay, once. I hope that made sense.
Yes, ma'am. And we also have a question here by Syed. How to, be, how to not be stressed during exam times. How to stay constant during your studies, yeah.
Yeah. So, like I told you about self-help techniques, I want you to move your body throughout. Okay. So don't forget exercise if you have your exam. So if you can't go for 1.5 hours exercise, go for half an hour, 45 minutes. Go for a walk. Okay. Don't skip your leisure time. You may shorten your leisure time, but don't skip it. Take proper rest. So when I say rest, that means sleep. Sleep has to be 6 to 8 hours. So I've seen so many students not sleeping at all during exams. That doesn't help. That increases your anxiousness. Okay? Keep yourself hydrated throughout. Sleep for 6 to 8 hours. Eat proper meals, 3 meals properly. Don't decrease your appetite or don't increase your appetite. Don't do that stress eating. Okay? And eat normal ghar ka khana. Okay? Don't eat from outside. Don't use any processed food. Right? So that will calm you down. Okay? Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I guess all the questions were answered in a very beautiful way. So, yeah, your informative lecture has undoubtedly left a profound impact on all of us. Your expertise and passion on personal development, stress management have shown us through and inspiring us and providing us a fresh intake on all these matters. And indeed, I must say, ma'am, that this was a great start to our lecture series. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, guys. So as step on this enthralling journey together, I encourage you all to embrace every opportunity, cherish every moment, and make the most of this phase in your lives. We are thrilled to have you here and are confident that you will make your loved ones proud.
Exactly. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. This day signifies the beginning of an exciting journey filled with endless opportunities. May you find fulfillment and purpose as you contribute to our community's legacy and continue to shape the future. Let these lecture series mark the beginning of an unforgettable chapter in your college lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, everyone. You may leave the meet now.